So, hello and welcome back to our final wish remover, where we are going to look at the lives behind, or at least the people behind the coins that were tossed into the fountain here in Dalaran, and learn a little bit about them. I have had so much fun doing this, and I hope that you have had fun with it too. We're actually starting off with a wish that I missed last time, so let's go ahead and get to Javi. Now, Javi, as you can see, is a Verruckel. He lives in Stormheim, and he is also kind of sort of like an avatar of Odin. And he is accompanied by his ravens, Moonin, and I can't remember the other one's name right now, but they are references to obviously Odin and his crows, one of whom had his eye, I do believe. I could be totally wrong. But Javi is in Stormheim, and Javi's coin reads, "Ugh, this meat is so dry. I wish I had some gravy." Referencing the fact that Javi has you do a bunch of cooking chores for him in the game. It's actually pretty funny. Our next coin, embarrassingly enough, I could not find this character. She is a raid boss now, and that is Magistrate Elisand's coin. And the next coin I also could not find the person for, but Magistrate Elisand is the leader of the Nightborn here in Suramar. Magistrix Elisand's coin is fairly to the point. It is, "I wish to protect my people from the vile outsiders that wish to harm them, whatever it takes." And to that end, she tried her best and put a bubble over her city, but it didn't work. The next coin, who I also couldn't find the person for, is Lilith Lunastray's family crest. Lilith Lunastray is a noble of Suramar who actually joined the rebellion. She is kind of on our side, gives us a spiffy disguise that helps us get around the city as long as we don't go in the eyes of people who know and break our disguise and then kill us. And her coin reads, "I wish my father were alive to help guide us through these difficult times." A noble wish. And, I wish that Suramar would get rid of all these enemies now that we kind of sort of won, just so that we could actually have it as maybe the Nightborn's capital city. I mean, we got Gilneas back. Let's keep pushing for more. It would make me happy. The next coin, again, that is going to have a photograph on the screen, is the coin of Advisor Vandros, who's yet another dungeon boss. And he obviously sided with Elisand, and, probably unfortunately, because anybody that ends up in a dungeon is going to get their rear ends handed to them by lots and lots of adventurers who want to use them as a loot piñata. He probably didn't know that when he tossed in his coin and wished, "Keep your wishes for yourself. I do not negotiate with fountains." That sounds very much like a noble of Suramar, and probably their attitude that they would have dealing with a commoner fountain. Now our next coin is much more fun, and that coin actually belongs to Yowlon, the owl cat. He is a very large owl cat. He has a very nice pride of owl kittens. I'm sorry, feathermane kittens. But unfortunately, some of them are being eaten by a hungry Etten, which is never a good thing. So Yowlon's coin is very simple. He wants more kitties. And I don't blame him. everybody needs more kitties, especially owl kitties. I'm totally for it. So our next coin is actually going to take us on a journey, and that is a journey out to Outland. So let's head that way now. Now, we are currently riding on the back of Altruist the Sufferer, Demon Hunter Extraordinaire. He led the Illidari, and then he became kind of disillusioned with Illidan. And once he was disillusioned with Illidan, he somehow ended up still locked up with the Illidari. He has rejoined the Illidari, but he still doesn't actually agree with Illidan's methods, and his coin just reads, "Think for yourself," which is very fitting with his personality. So the next 3 coins are people that I can't show you because I don't have access to a Demon Hunter order hall, which is pretty much where I think they're all hanging out. If they're somewhere else, please let me know. But I was not able to find them, so I looked up pictures. I figured pictures are better than nothing. So the first of those demon hunters is Falara Nightsong. Falara is obviously very old, and her coin reads, "I remember when Suramar was beautiful and tranquil before Ashara and her Nightborn ruined everything. Wishes will buy you nothing but regrets." The next Demon Hunter's coin belongs to Jace Darkweaver. And I guess he was an engineer, and he said, "In my previous life, I would have loved to have lived in this floating marvel. I would have spent the days fishing in this magic fountain in between practicing the arcane arts. Those days are long gone." And the final coin belongs to Corvus Bloodthorn, who I'm kind of wondering if Corvus is the sister to the character I'm standing next to because they have the same last name. And Corvus's coin reads, "I don't have the luxury of fishing and wishing. There are demons to kill." Which seems like a very demon hunter sentiment, you know? So since we are in Dalaran, I figured where better to drop a Blingtron than Dalaran, and he is actually our next person or thing who dropped a coin in the fountain. And Blingtron's bot coin reads, "The wishing module is busy at this time. Please try again later. Error 37. Which could be a reference to an error code that happened during Diablo 3's launch, which read, "Please try again later. The servers are busy at this time. Error 37. And I thought that was pretty funny. And I do love Blingtron. There are several models of it. They can all give you presents, and everybody loves presents. So our next coin was actually dropped into the fountain by the first daughter of Sinaris. Her name is Lunara, and I was also not able to find her because she is yet again in an order hall. Supposedly she was also in Amirdrasil here in Belemeth, but I wasn't able to find her, so I got a picture. Her coin reads, "What is nature's call? I actually do wish someone would finally tell me what nature's call is." From what I've read, she is also a very popular character and playable in Heroes of the Storm, which is actually where she made her debut, which I thought was pretty interesting. Since I've never played Heroes of the Storm or actually taken a druid through Legion, it's no wonder I had never actually heard of her. And now we're actually getting to the point where we only have 2 coins left. And those are the coins where first is one of a character I'm sure we all know and either love or possibly don't love. And that is the coin of Queen Ajara herself. Queen Ajara's royal seal, which you fish it out of the fountain, and I figured what better place to hang out and look at Queen Ajara's coin than in Vashir in her drowned kingdom, by a statue of her, but with a little bit of her Naga form looking on, and her royal seal reads, "Soon you will all feel my wrath." You gotta love. I mean, I know that she's a bad guy. I know we aren't supposed to love her, but you gotta love anybody that has enough backbone to stand up to an old god and demand a bargain and actually make him go through with it. So, Queen of Jara, would not want to meet you face to face, but much respect to your coin. Total respect. And then we are down to our very final coin. And honestly, this coin is a coin after my own heart because the sentiments on it are sentiments that I share. And that is the coin of Lily Stormstout. She is the niece of Brewmaster Chen Stormstout, and she likes exploring the world just as much as her uncle does. Her coin's wish is to never run out of newly discovered continents to explore, and you know what? I can totally get behind that. That is also my actual desire too, to never run out of new continents to explore, and to never run out of new fun things to do. So I hope that you enjoyed this.
Do not be too hasty, Lily. This is how
We're
I
gonna
traveled
just
Talon
watch Lily talk to her uncle a little bit,
No wonder it took you so long then. You can't explore anything
and
sitting
maybe
on your
take
butt.
a little philosophy from the Pandaren. Lily's a little more impatient than her uncle is, but you know, kids always are. And so that's it. We are done. We have gone through the people behind the wishes from the Wish Remover achievement. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed running around making it. Leave me a thumbs up if you don't mind, and maybe we'll do the Northrend Fountain next. Anyway, say goodbye, Donna.